welcome to Health Talk. I'm Dr. Manny. Any happy couple will tell you that fighting is part of a healthy relationship. But how do you fight without letting it go too far? Psychologist and author of Wire for Love, Stan Tatkin, says that the key is fighting well. Now, he's here to tell us what that means.
Well, fighting well means understanding that our brains are built more for war than for love. It's very easy to be threatening. And if people understand this, then they understand also how the brain works and how to deal with each other.
Give me some tips that I can utilize to control and know when I'm going over the board, overboard.
Well, one of the ways to know you're going over the board is overboard is her telling you and doing something about it. So in this kind of work, we're not just taking care of ourselves, we're taking care of the other person. She also has to pay attention to you and know what to do to calm you down. But if you start to feel yourself getting overly aroused, look on her face. If her face is going south, then you need to do something. Wave a flag of friendliness. Lead with relief. I'm sorry, honey. I know I'm yelling at you. I really, but I am really upset about this. This is how you stay in the game, because you both are responsible for this boat that you're on. And if one of you goes overboard, you both go overboard.
One of the things you say is read your partner.
Read your partner, yeah.
And what you mean by that, I guess, is if I see that I'm getting a very negative reaction from the individual, yes, I should just stop.
Stop and say, what happened? What did I do? Right now, I'm relaxing my muscles. If I tighten too much, my blood pressure goes up. I'm watching you very carefully. I'm paying attention to every detail. Your eyes, your face, your mouth. That's the way we play that game. So if you go down, I've got to do something about it. I've got to lift you back up. I lead with relief. I'm sorry. You're right. I was wrong. I'm an idiot. Whatever it is. Or, I know what you want. I understand what you're afraid of, and I promise you I will take care of that, but this is what I want.
Right. One of the things that you caution people against is digital fighting.
Well, digital fighting, which sounds like throwing your phone.
Right, exactly.
Well, no, people should not be fighting on text or email, Twitter, Facebook. They should not be fighting in the car either, because you're facing forward. If you're facing forward, the way our brain operates, the amygdala, which is the fear center of our brain, fires more quickly, and plus we're legally blind on the sides of our eyes. People are going to get into a fight under those conditions. You need to be face to face, eye to eye, have all oars in the water.
Right, and don't text evil things, because that stays for a long time.
And if you're not good face to face, you shouldn't be doing this on the phone or texting anyway.
Sometimes people storm out of rooms.
Yeah.
How do is that a healthy attitude, just to walk away and leave the argument in the middle of things? Or should you try to, get to, if you have to apologize, or at least come to a resolution on the argument, rather than just leaving the scene?
If you can't regulate each other, if these two people can't do it, and one of them has to leave the room to calm down, that's fine, as long as they turn around and come back after about 15, 20 minutes. It takes about 30 minutes roughly for the average person to calm down. And by that point, I'm aware that I've acted like an idiot. I can come back and say, I'm sorry, or let's talk, or I can do a drive-by act of friendliness by kissing you or saying I'm an idiot, or whatever it is. But to stay away too long is to cause more threat in the system. People become more threatened, and it's bad for their health.
When you have children,
yeah,
and you're having a heated discussion,
yep,
you think it's appropriate for that to be open to the family?
Yes.
Okay.
But the kids have to see the whole thing. They have to see you also repair.
Right.
So you want them to see everything. We get into a fight, we make up, we admit our wrongs, and we move on, and we do that fast.
Right. And we do that fast. So that is okay. Not too high.
Great.
Let's not argue in front of the kids, please.
No. Okay. But there are a lot of people who come from families where there's conflict avoidance, people who don't want to get into conflict, and these people do things that actually cause conflict. Okay. So to be in a relationship is to be in conflict. Two different brains, it's not possible not to.
When do I know that I am fighting just too much, above the norm?
Well, if you get that thought in your mind, then you should stop.
So
if you're aware of that.
If I'm thinking, listen, I'm fighting just too much. Every day is a fight.
Yeah.
But so there's no, you're not allowed like 4 fights per month, nothing like that.
I don't think you can do the quota thing. I think fights come about naturally, and they end naturally too. But again, it's your wife. Can your wife stop you? Can your wife say, okay, enough? knock it off.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, this is great information because I love all of this psychological stuff, especially when it comes to families and relationship. The book is Wired for Love. Where can people get it and get more information?
Amazon, anywhere where books are sold, and people can go to stantakkin.com.
Right.
And this is the new one, Wired for Dating.
And you have Wired for Dating, so I'm sure you're going to have a lot. How understanding the neurobiology of attachment and the style you can use to find an ideal mate. That's the next book that you also have to get. All right, thank you very much for coming to the show. Great information. And if you have any health questions, send them here at Fox, at drmanny@foxnews.com. Until next time, I'm Dr. Manny.